That's my inspiration. I feel like a diva. This is a cinnamon roll iced latte recipe. I don't think I've had a job, honestly, since before we were married. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another stay-at-home mom vlog. I'm so excited to be back to vlogging because y'all don't know, but I took myself a little break here to recoup. I kind of got bored with my filming style. I wanted to like redo a little bit, figure out new angles, Anyways, girl, put your hands down. Welcome back. It is Sabrina here. Did I already say that? Wow. I need my coffee. I thought we'd start off this vlog right with my new coffee. Girl, can I talk? My new coffee recipe that I've been really enjoying. I mentioned this only a few vlogs ago in my morning routine, like this exact thing, but I thought I would do it step by step so you guys can really see how I make my morning lattes because I have them in almost every single video. So this is a cinnamon roll iced latte recipe. So if you're ready for it, you're ready for it. If you're the friend that gave me this recipe, you know who you are. Thank you. Shout out to you. She is an avid supporter of this channel and I appreciate it, okay? It doesn't go unseen. We're gonna start off with our espresso. I have a Breville espresso machine and I've had this for 5 years since my husband and I got married. It was a wedding gift and it's amazing. So really quick, all the ingredients you're gonna need is first some milk of choice. I like whole milk. You're gonna need some heavy whipping cream, some brown sugar, some ground cinnamon, obviously your 2 shots of espresso, and you're gonna need a glass full of ice. Now, people's mistake when making iced lattes is they do not fill up to the brim with ice. You need to do that. It will throw off the ratio of milk to espresso if you don't. So fill up your glass to the top like this. For the little coffee thing that you're gonna put your espresso in, a tablespoon of brown sugar in there. I know that seems like a lot. You can definitely put less, but I feel like that's an essential amount of sweetness for this coffee. And then you're gonna do 1/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon, which also seems like a lot, but trust the process, okay? And then you're gonna do 2 shots over that. Using a straw, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix up this little espresso shot and look how good it looks. It looks amazing. Go ahead and pour directly over the ice and then you're gonna wanna quickly put in milk. I leave a little bit of space because now we're gonna grab some heavy whipping cream and I put the smallest amount, probably like a tablespoon. The bottom of our cup here, I like it like that so it gets that cinnamon flavor. And then I'm going to hand froth it with this little frother really fast. And then you're just gonna pour that off. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. I like it just like this, kind of like a cold foam. Stir the whole thing. All right, guys, there you have it. Our little coffee recipe, super simple. It's so good. I went on a kick of drinking only this coffee last week. All you need is an espresso machine and these ingredients, and you can make it happen, okay? That is the coffee recipe. Good morning, buddy. Whoa, whoa, girl. Watch what you're doing. Didn't know my son actually sleeps in a play pack instead of a crib. And every morning lately, I've been coming in here and he like deconstructs his bed. So I've had to like put his sheets back on. I put my kids in sleep sacks even in the summertime because we keep our house at like 64 degrees at night. It gets pretty cold in here and my kids both like roll around a lot in their sleep, so they need something to keep them warm. Try and find them on Amazon for you guys because I feel like I've mentioned this a few times and I never linked it. This is my daughter's. It's like a big suit. His is more like an actual sack style. And his looks like this, which he's gonna outgrow pretty soon. So those are seeing its last couple of days. Let's go to the gym. The kids just ate their breakfast and we're all packed up and ready to go. And we're gonna go get that upper body in. Today's Thursday, so I have been to the gym every single day this week. So far, that's 4 days a week. We're doing really good. I am forever taking my iced coffee with me because I never finish it here. So I'm always like drinking it on the road. Just forgot my earbuds. That would have been pretty tragic. I just saw a window replacement business at one of our neighbors' houses, and I'm not even kidding you, there's like 12 cars for this business, and I saw at least 10 men. Doesn't make sense. That would at least be 12 men, but there's a lot of cars. Like, what are they all doing? My inspiration for the gym, like what I want to look like and stuff, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's my inspiration. Got done at the gym and it was a really good workout. I had upper body, I did bicep curls, I did shoulder presses, and I did like pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, okay? And then I did an ab routine. So I feel like my upper body takes me 20 minutes and then my abs take me another 20 minutes. So it's actually really good. I feel great and productive, and I wasn't like shaky. Sometimes when I don't eat enough in the morning, I get like really shaky and sick feeling at the gym. I am feeding my kids right now. If you guys want to know, flavorless things ever. It's these like Gerber teethers, but I like give them these when I'm filming a clip in the car. If you hear the crunching in the background, that's what that is. I know a lot of you who are watching are probably stay-at-home moms as well, and some of us have access to a gym, some of us don't. Some of us have like a home workout set up. Whatever it is that you do, be consistent with it. Like really dedicate yourself to it. I feel like I want to film a whole video on how I got back into shape as a mom after 2 kids. If you guys are interested, let me know down in the comments if you want to see something like that. Like I can just share all of my personal tips. I was working out for so many months with minimal results. There just wasn't a lot that I was seeing physically, but then recently I started to see it all. It feels like it happened all at once, and obviously it didn't. Like this is months of work put in at the gym, but it feels good to see the fruits of your labor. Not everyone has access to a gym, so if you can, just anything that you do at home helps too. You can honestly do so much with just dumbbells. Also, by the way, guys, if you can see, I got these little moissanite earrings in the mail yesterday, and I was like debating returning them because they kind of stick out a little bit more, like they kind of protrude forward a little more than I wanted them to. But what do you guys think? I just got 2 sets, one for each of my little holes here. I really love the look of having studs because I never have studs. I always have hoops in. I'm trying to see if I like them. I ordered another set on Saturday. They're coming in to see if I like those ones better. I can link them down below if you guys are interested. I was really adamant about them being moissanite and not cubic zirconia because cubic zirconia gets ugly so fast. Moissanite is probably my favorite gemstone. It actually has more brilliance than diamonds. So for earrings, I feel like it's kind of fun. Let's head back home. As you obviously noticed in me cleaning the kitchen, that there is a huge project going on. I mean, it's not huge, but there's a project going on. I basically decided to paint the top of my cabinets, and I'm gonna insert some clips right now of process of like before versus now. This is what the kitchen looks like right now. It's basically just the white cabinets on the top. I only have one on this side and then the green on the bottom. And I just really want a refresh. Just with age, they start to get that rustic look here that I do not like. I do not like farmhouse, and already we have like the beadboard that would do that. So anyways, we're gonna do green on the top. It's actually not that much for me to do. I feel like I can do this all before they nap. So yes, I'm going to attempt to do painting cabinets with kids around instead of putting them to bed. This is just the before. You guys can get like a good look of the dual tone. I'm just not really into that anymore. I kind of want it to be one color. I think I'll leave those shelves white. I don't have an electric drill, so we're just gonna have to see if I can use like a manual one. We've had these white cabinets for a few years now. The next day from when I filmed that last clip, and basically we have all of these top little, whatever you call this, the top cabinets painted, which I only have a few. And then all the doors are over here. These are all painted. I did 2 coats on everything and I let them dry overnight, so they're really, really dry and ready to go. The only thing is that I actually need to paint the inside of the doors. I was gonna leave them white, but I just do not like how that looks. And every time I open them, I'm just gonna be reminded of a half-finished job. The bad part is that I'm actually meal prepping for my brother today. And normally I need the dining room and the entire kitchen space. So I'm a little bit worried that I'm gonna be kind of overwhelmed with this this mess. It's already been pretty hard to like feed them during meals with this mess everywhere, but it is what it is. That's what I get for starting home projects. Home update, which is so funny because I filmed a video of 15 things I don't buy as a stay-at-home mom, and one of the things on the list was indoor plants because I already have too many. But here I am with a new indoor plant. In my defense, my husband bought this for me as a gift. So my husband was going to buy me a bouquet of flowers, and I told him that I'd rather have a tree slash like plant. So I seriously do need to stop buying indoor plants. I think is really cute and classy. It just adds so much to this corner. It took me forever to pick out what I wanted because I thought I wanted a fiddle leaf plant. This is what I ended up liking better, and I love it. I do really want to update something with this wall. I'm not really sure what. So far it's just been this mirror and these like candles on the side forever, but that's the new plant. Another project that I have been playing with the idea of is painting something in my son's bedroom. So this is our guest room slash my son's room, and I feel like it's just so cold and sterile in here. I don't really love how it feels. I put those pieces up on the wall to try and bring some warmth, but there's still just something off with the room. I have a little bit of green on the bedspread. I have some green over here on his dresser, but I was considering painting this back wall green or some type of color. I'm not even sure. Maybe like a terracotta would be pretty. I also played with the idea of painting stripes on the wall because my husband is so against wallpaper, so that is ideally what I would love to do, but instead I might just paint something that mimics wallpaper. I don't know, but this room has just really been something I've wanted to update and do something with for a long time now. Maybe if I switch out the light fixture to something cuter. So we'll see. Probably won't be in this vlog, but at some point I do want to do something with that back wall. But for now, we at least have the kitchen going on, and it's a mess, you guys. Like, this stresses me out so bad. I'm such a clean freak when it comes to my house. So the fact that everything is just thrown around is kind of a lot, but I'm the one who did it, and I really love how they turned out. So I think these cabinets now have like 8 layers of paint on them because they were already painted when we bought the house too. Okay, so hopefully you can hear above the sizzling, but I'm basically making myself a steak for lunch. I've got the meal prepping that I'm doing on the side for somebody else all in the works. I'm just letting these cool down. Got some more things here that I need to add stuff to, and then some extra stuff in the oven that's finishing up. What I've been trying to do lately is cook some steak for myself just to see if that helps me feel better. And I buy myself like individual steaks, only I eat them, and I feel like a diva, okay? But my husband was like, you need to feel good, you need to feel your body. And so steak has been so good. Like my body does so well on it. I try and aim for eating it like 3 times a week now. I cook it with quite a bit of butter. I would say like 3 tablespoons of butter. I feel like my blood sugar levels are so stabilized. I feel so good. I do the top sirloin steak, which is very lean. Lean steak is so good for you when you're trying to lean out and build muscle as a woman, which is my goal. So anyways, we've been having our steak, and I'm trying to stay on top of eating enough calories because I have been in a deficit for months now, and I'm finally where I want to be, so I need to just eat at maintenance. That's the goal. A little bit of a side tangent there on my health goals slash fitness goals. We're just wrapping up all of the meal prepping that I'm doing, and then today's a very small order. I think it's only 9 meals and 3 snacks, so it's pretty small. I usually do 16 meals, a lot of work, but today's been a very light day. I did paint the inside of the cabinets. I think I'm just gonna stick with the 1 layer of paint on the inside because I just don't really feel like doing more, and I feel like that's enough for when you just quickly open the door and close it. And then yeah, this is the massive mess that we're dealing with. Also, I plated the kids some lunch, and I think we're gonna eat out on the front porch so that we don't like interfere with anything I have going on here. Let's pray. Amin. Slava Domnului. Yeah, you can eat now. Thought now would be a good time to sit down and chat with you guys about side hustles. And the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I know I have a lot of stay-at-home moms that are watching who don't have a way to make income. This is not me at all saying that you need to try and find a way as a stay-at-home mom. That is not what I'm saying, but there are some people who are in a situation where they actually do need extra money, and this could be a huge blessing for your family. Or there are some of you who are just looking for a fun way to challenge yourself, to take out your hobbies and creative outlets and maybe monetize them, or just save up for maybe a trip that you want to do, or a piece of jewelry, or a purse, or whatever. You know, like, we all have our own reasons for why we are trying to hustle and create these little side incomes. So I'll just tell you guys that my husband is our income earner. I don't think I've had a job honestly since before we were married. Like, I've never worked during our marriage, and it's been a huge blessing. My husband works very, very hard, and he provides well for us, but it's not easy. What he does is insane. He works a lot of hours, a lot of physical labor, all the things. We're very thankful for him. That being said, I have looked into different ways to make money on the side. Like, from the very start of our marriage, I've always been a person who is just looking for little ways to make money here and there. I enjoy the entrepreneur part of it, and the challenge, and the just like the thought process that has to go into building a business or running a business. I enjoy that. So for me, if I can make money, that's just a side benefit, but I really do primarily enjoy the challenge. And I would say, if you don't pursue side hustle. Side hustle is just that, it's a side hustle. So it's not something that you necessarily need to feel pressured to do. For me, I'll just tell you guys, I genuinely enjoy it. I have a very busy week. I run a lot of little things on the side. I have various side hustles. One of them is obviously YouTube. I run it like a business, and I put the time and the effort in it like a business. Another one is, as you guys saw me doing today, is meal prepping for somebody. And so I think if you just put your mind to it and get creative with what you like to do and what opportunities come your way, then you should take advantage of that at the time. I have a friend that is really good at crocheting, and I'm gonna ask her if I can like feature her Etsy, because I know she has one. She is amazing at what she does. Very, very talented woman. And she has created so much beautiful blankets and toys and items for her friends and family and for her own children. What she has gone ahead and done is open an Etsy shop, and she does farmer markets on Saturdays in her hometown. She makes like a little bit of extra money here and there, and she does it while raising 2 little kids. It just inspires me so much, and I see how much she has fun with it and enjoys it, and she's so good at crocheting. I'm not, okay? So I'm not gonna pick up an artsy fartsy hobby that I'm not actually good at or I don't enjoy and pursue that just because someone else is doing well at it. You really just have to look at what you are good at, what you like to do. If you like baking, maybe there's a way you can monetize that. If you like to film things and edit things, believe it or not, a lot of people cannot put a camera in front of them and talk normally. Ask me how I know. YouTube isn't for everybody. In fact, it's not for the majority of people. So that's just a unique side hustle that you may not be ready for or want to do. Also, with side hustles, I will say that they can take a long time to go somewhere, especially if you're doing something like an Etsy shop or a YouTube channel. Like, you have to be willing to put in years of work without seeing a lot in return in order to potentially build something beautiful and big. There's a lot of people who don't really want to put the effort into that. We are all looking for ways to make money quickly and quick side hustles, and this one and convenience. Really, the side hustles that end up paying off the most and that you end up enjoying the most are usually the ones you have to put in the most amount of time into. Just kind of think of what you want if you're thinking of pursuing a side hustle. Look at your talents, look at your lifestyle, look at how much work you're willing to put in. Another thing is, obviously, if you're a mom, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, like, you don't have your kids go anywhere and they stay home with you, you need to find a way to do these side hustles without neglecting your kids. That has always been huge for me. So for me, this channel is very convenient because it's just snippets of my day. Like, right now my kids are napping, and so I'm able to film these clips, or when they're playing in the living room with their toys, or when they're outside. So I'm able to fit YouTube into my life because of my type of content that I post. And then also with the editing, I still have kids that nap. So I have hours every afternoon to work on editing and my channel and writing and all the other things I pursue. And then when it obviously comes to my meal prepping business, I do that right here in my kitchen alongside cooking for my family. Like, I prepare dinner, I'm making my family snacks, I'm packing lunches, I'm making their lunches while I am preparing the meal prepping for the customer. I'm able to do that with my kids right next to me. My daughter will often pull a chair up and watch me cook. My son will play at my feet in the kitchen and trip me up and potentially put me in the hospital from a broken bone. But it's something that's doable, something I don't have to leave the house for. I can do it right here in the comfort of my home, in the convenience of my home, raising my kids. I think it's really important that your kids don't grow up seeing you saying that, like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I'm prioritizing my kids, I'm home with the kids all the time. But really, you're never available and you're always shooing them away so you can do what you're doing. So I think that's a huge thing, that if you're wanting a side hustle, you have to realize everything anything that you pursue or go after, in addition to taking care of your family and your home, is going to take time and energy away from your kids. So you really have to sit there and think about whether it's worth it and whether the values that you are getting out of it is enough to warrant the energy you're putting into it. Everything is going to be different. Every situation is going to be different. You just have to really think creatively. I'm going to tell you right now, the people who get somewhere in life, who accomplish things that they dream of, it's because they think creatively. They're bored. Their brain is coming up with new ideas. They're carrying out these ideas, not just saying it, but actually doing it. Just sit there with yourself, okay? And think and think and think. And then you will come up with something that you enjoy and benefits your family. If you're looking for a side hustle, if you're not, and you're just looking to pursue hobbies, that's totally fine. I don't love making meals, but I have really enjoyed this meal prepping because I feel so accomplished, like counting the calories. I'm learning so much about nutrition during this process. I'm learning exactly how many macros are in everything. So to me, this is so helpful for my own fitness journey as well as my family's nutrition. There's a lot of science that goes into meal prepping a good nutrient-dense meal. I'm benefiting tremendously from the side business in many ways. Also the business aspect of like keeping track of receipts and keeping track of payments and orders. Like it's a lot of fun for me, but it's not for everyone. So anyways, I think I'm just gonna wait till the kids wake up from their nap, and then I'm gonna go drop off all of the meals and we're gonna go on our daily 2-mile walk. That's the plan.